If we break this number up for the SC, ST, women and Muslim, it together constitutes only a 1.2%. मैं माननीय मंत्री जी से ये पूछना चाहता हूँ, क्या एक गरीब किसान की बेटी आपकी इस फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी में दाखिला ले पाएगी, या आप उसे भी वैश्वीकरण के नाम पर एजुकेशन लोन थमा देंगे? Madam, the problem of access to higher education is not a blanket impediment. It is qualified by social factors of caste, class, religion and class. We know the abysmal record of Indian private players in implementing reservation of student-friendly fee structure. How can we even imagine reputed foreign universities to work under such regulations? This is nothing but allowing second and third tier foreign universities to open shops in the country. What the minister is not telling the House is that this is in accordance with the Mode 3 of GATS rules, which requires foreign commercial presence in domestic market. The government is commercializing our education to gain more acceptability at the WTO.
आप झूठ बोलना बंद कीजिए।
Please maintain the decorum of the house. Yes, member, continue.
But let me reiterate that, madam, very few countries, including those of European Union, have opened their markets up to the commercial presence of Mode 3 format within GATS. Are they Kupamanduks too? As Justice Ranade said, what earns bread is labor, not education. Education is a force that frees the mind. Let the vision for India and education that will produce thinking and creative leaders, not a debt-ridden service class.
Silence, please. Honorable Minister of Human Resource Development, please.
Speaker, Madam, I appreciate and share the concerns raised by the worthy member of the opposition party as far as the problems of the social impediments to access of education are concerned. However, I would like to bring to the notice of the House that the figures quoted by my worthy member cannot be seen out of its own context. Firstly, Speaker, Madam, education is the subject of the concurrent list, which means states are getting their respective budget apart from the central budget. Knowing that central spending is increasing day by day over the past 3 years, government has extended its full support to allied activities such as skill development programs. Under this scheme, over 2.5 lakh graduates have received training over various skills, and 80% of them have combined themselves with different job markets. This scheme is, Speaker, Madam, run under the Department of Social Justices in all these states, giving special emphasis to youth coming from socially deprived categories. Thus, this experience motivates us, it teaches us to diversify the education which we are imparting and updating it for the future. It is thus wrong to picture this scenario as shirking off of the responsibility of education by the state and trading off our economic sovereignty. Speaker, Madam, the entry of foreign universities will be regulated in accordance with the national education policy. Therefore, my friends, the challenge that lies ahead all of us is to strike a balance between the necessary autonomy, no matter Indian or foreign, for ideas to prosper, and necessary regulations in terms of fee structures, scholarship schemes, and positive discrimination. It will definitely be a bigger challenge for India, but India must take it up for building up its future, as we consider India at par with the rest of the world.
The questionnaire is over. No more supplementaries, please. Yes, member?
Respected Speaker, Madam, I would like to bring your attention on the matter that the word coward used by the editor of the national newspaper Janmat to the honorable member of this house, Mr. Saurabh Saxena, attributing motives to the decision taken by him. In my humble judgment, Speaker, Madam, it constitutes a breach of privilege of the member of this house. So, Speaker, Madam, I would like to raise a question on this matter now.
Have you given a notice of it earlier, in which case I shall consider it? You cannot spring a surprise on me like that.
Speaker, Madam, I have already given a notice on it today 10 a.m.
Okay then, when it comes to me, it will will be examined and I'll let you know my decision.
Thank you, Speaker Madam.
The House will now take up papers to be laid on the table of the House. Honorable Minister of Railways, please.
Respected Speaker Madam, I beg to lay on the table one a copy each of the following papers, Hindi and English versions, under subsection 1 of section 619A of the Companies Act 1956. A review by the Government of the Working of the Northeast Frontier Railway Corporation Limited, Guwahati 2015 and 16. B. Annual report of the Northeast Frontier Railway Corporation, Guwahati for the year 2014 and 15, along with audited accounts and comments of the CAG thereon. 2. Statement Hindi and English versions showing reasons for delay in laying the papers mentioned at 1B above. Thank you, Madam.
Honorable Minister of Tribal Affairs.
Respected Speaker Madam, I beg to lay on the table a copy of each of the following papers, Hindi and English version, under section 1 or section 6198 of the Companies Act 1956. 1. Review by the Government of the Working of the North-Eastern Development Finance Corporation Limited, Guwahati, for the year 2014 and 15. Second. Annual report of the North-Eastern Development Finance Corporation Limited, Guwahati, along with the audited accounts and comments of the Controller and the Auditor General thereof. Thank you, Madam.
Now message from the upper chamber. Secretary General to report message from the upper chamber of the Youth Parliament.
Speaker Madam, I have to report the following message received from the Secretary of the upper chamber of the Youth Parliament. In accordance with the provision of rules of procedure and conduct of business in the upper house of the Youth Parliament, I am directed to enclose a copy of the Lokpal and the Lok Yukta's Amendment Bill 2016, which has been passed by the upper chamber on a sitting held on the 26th of July 2016.
Secretary General to lay on the table a copy of the bill passed by the upper chamber.
Ma'am, I lay on the table of the House the Lokpal and the Lok Yukta's Amendment Bill 2016 as passed by the upper chamber.
Honorable members, I have to make an announcement. On my behalf and on behalf of the honorable members of this House, I have great pleasure in extending our warm welcome to His Excellency Mr. Mujibur Islam, Speaker of the Parliament of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, and the honorable members of the Bangladeshi Parliamentary Delegation who are on a visit to India as our honored guests. The other honorable members of the delegation are Mrs. Hasina Anjum, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Irfan Sheikh, Minister of Information and Broadcasting. This high-powered delegation arrived on Sunday, 28 August 2016. They are now seated in the special box. We wish them a happy and a fruitful stay in our country. We also convey through them our warm greetings and best wishes to His Excellency, the President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, the Prime Minister, the government, and the friendly people of Bangladesh. Now let us take up the calling attention motion. Srimati Sanchita, please call the attention of the ministers.
स्पीकर मैडम, मैं माननीय वित्त मंत्री जी का ध्यान अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार में डॉलर के मुकाबले रुपये की गिरती कीमत की तरफ आकर्षित करना चाहती हूँ। पिछले एक वर्ष में रुपये की कीमत में लगातार गिरावट आ रही है, पर सरकार हाथ पे हाथ धरकर बैठी है। मैं वित्त मंत्री जी से जानना चाहती हूँ कि इस स्थिति से निपटने के लिए सरकार ने क्या कदम उठाए हैं, व इसके परिणाम स्वरूप बढ़ती महंगाई से निपटने के लिए सरकार की क्या योजना है।
Honorable Minister of Finance, please.
Speaker Madam,
Second, the companies in the infrastructure and manufacturing sectors with foreign exchange earnings can borrow in dollars to cover the rupee loan. Third, the government has relaxed the portfolio investment norms to attract the foreign direct investment into India. The leader of opposition is herself an economist. She must understand that the current crisis is due to global recession. Thank you, Speaker Madam.
Srimati Krishna Roy, please.
स्पीकर मैडम, देश की आर्थिक नीति समग्र पहलुओं को देखकर ही बनती है। ऐसा नहीं है कि उसमें महंगाई पर ध्यान नहीं दिया जाता। सरकार बार-बार अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्थिति की दुहाई दे रही है, पर मुद्दा तो यह है कि महंगाई आजकल इतना क्यों बढ़ रही है?
अरे महंगाई की बात तो आप मत ही कीजिए, ये तो आप ही की सरकार की देन है।
ये बोलकर सरकार अपनी जिम्मेदारी से भाग रही है।
Members, please maintain the decorum of the house. Let members speak. Yes, please continue.
स्पीकर मैडम, जैसे हम सभी को ये ज्ञात है कि पैसा देश के बाहर जा रहा है, लोग डॉलर खरीद रहे हैं और डॉलर की उपलब्धता में कमी आने के कारण रुपए की कीमत में गिरावटें आ रहे हैं। यानी $1 के पीछे ज्यादा पैसे देने पर है, मतलब रुपए गिर रहे हैं। सरकार महंगाई को राष्ट्रीय समस्या नहीं मान रहे हैं। हम सरकार के किसी भी स्पष्टीकरण से सहमत नहीं हैं। आरबीआई ने पिछले 1.5 सालों में महंगाई को घटाने के लिए ब्याज दरें बढ़ाए थे, पर इस पर कोई असर नहीं हुआ है। मेरा सरकार से अनुरोध है कि वे कुछ ठोस कदम उठाए जिससे देश की जनता को कुछ राहत मिल सके। मैं सरकार को चेतावनी स्वरूप इतना ही कहना चाहूंगी कि वतन की फिक्र कर नादान, मुसीबतें आने वाले हैं। तुम्हारी बर्बादियों की मशहूरें हैं आसमानों में, ना समझोगे तो मिट जाओगे हिंदुस्तान वालों, तुम्हारी दास्तां भी ना होगा दास्तानों में।
Sri Sarup Chaudhary, please.
Speaker Madam, really, I have to thank this chair for giving me this opportunity to speak. Madam, as far as markets and factories are concerned, the timing couldn't have been better. As we have seen, economic growth has been slowing down, falling to 6.5% in the year of 2011 and 12. While, on the other hand, industrial output continues to be sluggish with a mere of 0.1% in the month of April, which creates a huge unemployment in the country. Speaker Madam, the value of rupee has been fallen to its lowest 57th level against dollar on 22nd June, and it may threaten to drop further in the midterm. Now the question is, how long it will take to resolve this issue? Thank you, Speaker Madam.
Sri Swarnati Bhattacharya, please.
Respected Speaker Madam, high inflation has been pinching us for more than a year now. Now the weakening rupee has made crude oil, fertilizers, medicine and iron ore, which India imports in a large quantity, costlier. Speaker Madam, though these items are not for a daily consumption, they impact your finances indirectly. Oil imports consume the largest part of foreign reserves. A depreciating rupee is bound to offset the decrease in the international prices of commodities such as oil. Thank you, Speaker.
Srimati Pragya Biswas, please.
सभापति महोदया, अगर हम अपनी अर्थव्यवस्था में तेजी लाना चाहते हैं और हमारे देश में पनप रही इस बेरोजगारी से छुटकारा पाना चाहते हैं, तो सरकार को अपना दृष्टिकोण बदलना होगा। पिछले 1 वर्ष से रुपया लगातार गिर रहा है, पर लगता है कि हमारी सरकार को देश की आम आदमी की तकलीफों से कोई सरोकार नहीं है। महंगाई लगातार बढ़ती जा रही है, पेट्रोल डीजल के दाम आसमान छू रहे हैं, शिक्षा महंगी होती जा रही है, जीवन रक्षक दवाइयां गरीबों की पहुंच से बाहर है, किसान परेशान है, नौजवान बेरोजगारी से त्रस्त है, लेकिन हमारी सरकार हाथ पे हाथ धरे बैठी है।
अरे कुछ तो शर्म करो!
Member, this is your last warning. Maintain the decorum of the house. Yes, please continue.
तो मैम, तभी तो सिर्फ अपनी झूठी शान दिखाने के लिए सरकार ने यूरोपीय संकट से निकलने के लिए 100 अरब रुपए दान कर दिए। मेरा सवाल माननीय मंत्री जी से ये है कि जब हमारी खुद की अर्थव्यवस्था इतनी मुसीबत में है, ये दरिया दिली क्यों?
Honorable Minister of Finance, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, for the information of the House, this phenomenon of depreciating rupee is not a standalone case in India. All the nations have seen their currencies depreciating since May 2011 except China. Thus, there is reason to believe that the prevalent current crisis is not confined to India alone, but affecting all the major economies worldwide. As said earlier, government is taking appropriate actions to tackle the current crisis, and government is seriously thinking about the economic reforms. We can solve this problem by attracting the foreign direct investment into India in retail and infrastructure sectors. I would request the leader of opposition to support the bill on FDI or any other bills related to economic reforms. But please do not oppose for the sake of opposing.
Now the House will take up legislative business. Minister of State for Health to introduce the bill.
Honorable Madam Speaker, I beg to move for leave to introduce a bill which may be called the Surrogacy Regulation Act 2016.
The question is that leave be granted to introduce a bill, the Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2016. Those who are in favor will please say aye. Aye. Those who are against will please say no. No. I think the ayes have it, the ayes have it, the ayes have it. Leave is granted.
Madam, I introduce the bill.
Now, the House will take up consideration of the Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2016. Minister of State for Health, please.
Honorable Speaker, Madam, I beg to move that the Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2016 to provide for regulation of surrogacy and the matters connected therewith or incidental thereto be taken into consideration. Honorable Speaker, Madam, the House is well aware of this fact that India has evolved as a best destination place for all those couples encountering problems of infertility and to explore the advanced medical technologies. People from various strata of the society have come to grab these benefits, which include not only the common men but also celebrities and foreign couples as well. Surrogacy process in India has been quite a successful one, and it is an innovative measure of the assisted reproductive technology which has raised the hopes of many when other technologies of infertility and adoption has failed. However, owing to a lack of uniform legislation, certain number of legal issues are arising out of these arrangements. Accordingly, regulation of surrogacy is the need of the hour. The prime concern of this bill is the plight of those women who come from poor and marginalized sections of the society. It is very much easy to lure them and render the services for monetary reasons. Thus, it is important to protect such women and to address the issues which are legal and ethical. This we can only do by regulating the functions of the clinics and to address the issues which are not only medical but also ethical. Honorable Madam Speaker, salient features of this bill are as follows. Number 1. The bill provides for establishment of a national regulation of surrogacy and all the parties concerned. Number 2. The bill provides mechanism for accreditation of the ART clinics by the national board, keeping them fully accountable for their services. Number 3. The bill details the rights and duties of the commissioning parents, surrogate mother and the child born. Number 4, which is the last one, the bill also kept provision for altruistic surrogacy and commercial surrogacy. It also gives well documentation of the expenditure incurred by the commissioning parents and the money received by the surrogate mother. Honorable Speaker, Madam, I am very much confident that all the honorable members of this House, irrespective of their party affiliation, will welcome this bill wholeheartedly. With these words, I now move the Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2016 be taken into consideration. Thank you.
Motion moved. that the Surrogacy Regulation Bill 2016 to provide for regulation of surrogacy and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto be taken into consideration. Srimati Trisha Shah, please.
Honorable Speaker Madam, I rise to support this bill. The bill seeks to fulfill two important objectives. The first objective is to provide a uniform legislation to regulate the ongoing surrogacy arrangements in India in consonance with the best practices involved all around the world by availing adequate basis for both altruistic surrogacy and compensated surrogacy. The other objective is to harmonize both the humanitarian interest as well as the issue of recognition and empowerment of women, helping to reap the boons of new innovation and technology. Madam, if both the said objectives of the bill are to be meeting, then India can rightly claim itself to be the best medical hub for infertility treatment. And such a framework would then create an enabling environment of win-win situation for both the infertile couples as well as the progress and advancement of medical societies in India. With these words, I strongly support the bill. Thank you, Madam.
Srimati Shreyashi Senugupta, please.
Speaker Madam, the present bill has kept adequate provision for compensated surrogacy arrangement, leaving scope for commercializing of motherhood, commoditizing of gestational service as any other labor, and baby